Show on demand from 107.7 RKR.
Kalamazoo's Rock Station 107.7 RKR. It is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
And special guest in the studio, Captain Wallace is here. What's up, man?
Oh, hey, mateys, how you be doing?
Oh, God.
Doing great.
If you're going to start the morning with some pirate talk, man, like that's a good start to the day. I like it.
No, for real, though, we've talked about you quite a bit since Meatball and I have been on a show, not only with your fundraiser that you're doing over the holidays, but some of the stuff that you have been a part of in national news. You're an illustrator, you're an artist here locally in Kalamazoo, and you grew up in Kalamazoo, correct?
I grew up in Kalamazoo up on what they call, the church was called the Northside Assembly of God. It was not on the north side. It was on Nazareth Road, so we never understood why it was called the North Side.
It's north side of something.
Yeah,
North side of the street? I don't know.
Yeah, I went to school at Spring Valley and things, so yeah.
Nice. Now, the main reason we're having you in here today is Meatball and I hit on this a couple of weeks ago, is that you do this initiative during the holidays where you give back to a local family here in Kalamazoo and try to basically throw them Christmas, correct?
That is what we do. I have the Captain Wallace Artsy Adventures is a charity that I've created. And we work with children all year round. Mm-hmm. We do art with children and things like that. But at Christmas time is very special for me. Because years and years ago, I had a really negative experience, with Christmas and was not able to provide the Christmas for my family that I wanted to provide. And I said to myself at that point, if I'm ever in a position where I can help somebody else not have to go through this,
right,
then I would definitely do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So all these years later, I'm finally in a position where I can help people, and we've been helping people for the past 5 years that Captain Wallace Artsy Adventures has been in existence.
Right.
So...
yeah, and if you went to Grand Rapids Comic-Con this year, you probably ran into Captain Wallace at some point.
We had so many people come in, and of course we have a new set that we built and everything, and it's just a really nice thing. People come in, they take photos with us. They love to see the captain. It's hard for me even to talk about the captain without even going into the voice.
Yeah, right.
The old captain voice, right?
Yarr.
So yeah, it's just a great time. The kids love it, the parents love it. Yeah.
Can you give kind of a brief description of what the Artsy Adventures are for people that aren't familiar with it?
Absolutely. Artsy Adventures. Now, I've been an artist my entire life. Right? But I've been an artist my entire life. And some of my first memories are of myself sitting at a table when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I'm drawing little monsters on one piece of paper, and I have a background that I already drew on another piece of paper. I don't know how I got the idea. Maybe, I don't know. But so anyway, I would cut out the little monsters and I would play with them on my,
making your own little animations, basically.
I was
That's great.
doing animations at that point. So those are what Artsy Adventures are, basically. That's it in a nutshell. Artsy Adventures are any adventures that you can have, whether you're by yourself or with 500 people, and it's in your mind, it's your imagination, whatever you can think of.
And you take this out to schools and other events and stuff, primarily working with kids, and that's the whole idea, is to kind of jumpstart their imaginations and get them interested in, one, being creative like that, and then two, putting it down in some form of art.
That's exactly right. Yeah. That is exactly what it is in a nutshell. A lot of times, I'll go out as D.monroe the artist, not the pirate. And,
just an artist there, not an artist.
Yeah, right. And, I'll sit down and draw with the kids. I'll show children how you can draw anything in the world just with 3 shapes.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, and they always love that. They draw their square, their triangle, and their ellipse. And I show them how to draw a superhero or whatever they want to out of those 3 shapes. Yeah. And they love that because it's a way to simplify everything down. When people look at artwork all the time, I think that they don't realize that artwork is just shapes. It's just a bunch of shapes and a bunch of lines that somebody bends to put together and make what you see.
Right. And your talent and your love for art led you to big things, because I heard about you because you illustrated a book from the original Bad Boy and former Detroit Piston, Dennis Rodman, which was huge.
It was huge. I want to tell you that it was crazy. When I illustrated that book, of course, I designed all the characters and illustrated the book and designed the book. And when that book was published, my name was in every conceivable media outlet
right
in the world that you could think of. I had a friend call me up one morning, a Saturday morning. It's like, Dan, turn on the TV right now to put it on CNN. And I put it on CNN. Soledad O'Brien is sitting there with my artwork splashed up behind her, and she's talking about my artwork.
And as someone who grew up in Kalamazoo, you're just like, holy crap.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Because, artists out there and what we do is we live in obscurity. So much of our lives are just in obscurity.
Yeah.
I mean, we have our nose to the grindstone. I had a job. I always worked, 9 to 5 type jobs. I was a restaurant manager for years, all those kind of things, But at the same time, you're doing your art. You're always doing your art. You're always doing it. I remember coming home and I'd be very tired, but I would stay up all night to paint a painting because somebody was paying me to paint a portrait of their dog or whatever, you know?
Right.
And that's what you do. And I started illustrating children's books. That's something I always wanted to do. And I did that for many years until this one came across my desk. And the rest is history.
Did you dress up in full pirate garb when you went to go meet with him?
No, I did.
I feel like that would fit the demeanor, with the worm a little bit.
That
he shows
probably
up
would have been a lot of fun.
He shows up in a wedding dress and you show up dressed like a pirate, like that. That would fit weirdly enough.
That would be the perfect scenario, because everybody else would show up and feel like, I feel like I'm underdressed.
And there's the cover of the book right there.
It is. And that's funny. That's funny. And I should have done that.
and again, we want to bring to light that you basically have every, circling back to what you do for a family here locally for Christmas. And again, if you want to check out this book, it's for sale. We've got a link up on the 1077 RKR app that you guys can see, as well as a link that leads you back to your website, because now you've actually found a family that you're going to be sponsoring. And the entire idea is you're trying to raise funds and goods to give them a great Christmas this year.
That's exactly right. And, that's our main focus during the Christmas season. Like I said, it goes back to, negative situation that I had in my life a long time ago. And we wanted to always be able to give back to the family and back to the community in some way. And that's what Captain Wallace is all about as well. He's about giving things to the community. Every dime that is raised for Captain Wallace, and it is a 501c3. We are, a fully registered 501c3 charity organization with the IRS. So all donations are 100% tax deductible.
Awesome. Cool.
So, every dime that is donated to us goes right directly to a family. All right, especially at this time of year. Right, we had so many people send in so many nominations for so many families, and I wish that we could help everybody.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're unable to. So we do help who we can help.
Right. Well, even helping just one family is massive.
Yeah.
I'm a firm belief that there's no such thing as too many people doing good things for other people.
Agree.
Right.
You know, and that's another thing that we're all about. We're all about just helping, somebody that is in our path. A lot of times people ask me, they're like, Dan, what can I do? Because I don't have money. I don't have things that I can help people with. And what I tell these people is, when you're out and about, when you're putting gas in your car, when you're doing your own grocery shopping, when you're doing what you do when you're out and about, and you see somebody and you pass somebody on the street or you're passing by them, just look at them and smile.
Yeah.
Right.
Just give them a smile.
Those little things make such a big difference sometimes,
Yes.
That's huge. So anybody that would want to help you out, with this family, are you looking primarily for monetary donations or like physical items? Like what types of things? I guess you're doing the whole Christmas thing, so it's not just gifts. Like you're doing more than that too.
Right. We're trying to do the Christmas gifts. It's a family of 4 children. And they've really been up against it this year. I mean, they have an 8-year-old boy that was hit by a car in July, and he's been going through surgeries ever since. So it's really rough. I know the mom is working 80 hours a week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's doing what she can do to get by. So that's why we're helping her. And yes, we need monetary donations. We need food even.
Right.
People want to.
You gotta have Christmas dinner.
Absolutely. People want to donate a gift card. That would be awesome. All these things that we can give to this family, because the thing is, it doesn't just stop at Christmas for, any family, but this family has been going through it for 6 months at this point. And this child is going to be going through rehabilitations and everything for many years to come.
Right.
Frankly.
It's amazing the amount of pressure you can lift, the amount of weight you can lift off of somebody's shoulders. They've got enough going on as it is, and especially with as stressful as Christmas can be sometimes, like just that one thing, just taking that one thing off the plate for them and say, don't worry, I got you. That's huge.
And that's exactly right. And, I met with the mother yesterday, my wife and I did, and she was so thankful and so, surprised because she didn't know that, that we were doing this with her.
Yeah.
Right. So she was so surprised and so thankful and so incredibly humble. And I asked her, I said, what types of things do your children want for Christmas? And, she named off a couple little items, and I'm like,
you're okay. Like, no, go big or go home. What do you want?
Yeah. Give me more
Right.
that I can get for them. Right. So, people don't realize, I think, how humbled people are out there when you're going to present them with something, especially when it's totally unexpected on their end. And a lot of times they'll just give you the little answer, well, just any little thing, we'll do. And it's like, no, I really want to help you. I really want to do something for you. So.
Now the mom clearly knows what's going on. I would assume the kids are kind of in the dark. It's, a Christmas surprise for them, how often do you actually get to see the reaction from the kids? Like, are you there when this happens, or do you just kind of hear secondhand, like they loved it?
We generally hear secondhand because the thing with me is I don't want to be intrusive on the family.
Sure.
And and that's another reason I don't. I
didn't know if you had like a Captain Wallace Christmas costume. I'd be like, Santa's a pirate this year.
right. Well, if you look online, you see the Captain Christmas special.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Special that I do on there as the captain. So so you can see that. But, as far as the families, we try to be as unobtrusive and as possible. And, I certainly, if I were in a situation, I'd think about this. I certainly wouldn't really want a bunch of people coming in my home and sitting around and, watching us open our presents or whatever, even if they did, even if they donated those to us. So I try to give the family as much privacy as possible, and, and if the kids never know that these items came from Captain Wallace, or that's totally fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Let mom take, credit for that.
Because you're not doing it for the clout.
No,
not at all.
No, not at all. And you know what? That's the thing that bothers me the most when I see people. A lot of times they're out and they're helping people, air quotes.
But they got a camera in their face or their phone or something. Yeah.
And they have a camera and it's like, look, I just gave this guy $5 so he can get a, burger or whatever. And it's like, that's very nice, but you totally lost me when you posted it on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's helping people is good. And then, sometimes you wonder.
The moment it becomes self-serving, that's when it's like, a little cringy.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of different ways, like you mentioned, that people can help. Where's the best way? Obviously, we got a link on the 1077 RKR app, WRKR.com. But where can people go directly to help and help fund this initiative?
Well, we have our website, CaptainWallace.org.
Okay.
Captain Wallace is all one word. It's not, underscored or anything like that. It's just CaptainWallace.org. You can go there. I mean, people can make donations through PayPal. if they have that, or they can send a check or money order to us as well. Our address is on there as well. I'm looking at hopefully next year I would like to work with some of the area grocery stores and see if we can have drop-off points.
Cool, yeah.
You know?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Well, CaptainWallace.org, that's where you guys, if 100 of you go there and donate $5, it's $5, okay? 100 of you go there, donate $5, that's going to be $500. That's going to help tremendously.
Yes.
So hit up CaptainWallace.org, WRKR.com, the 1077 RKR app. We have multiple ways for you guys to check this out. And always a pleasure to talk to you, Captain Wallace. And are you going to be coming back anytime soon? Is what we want to know.
Oh, you know, the old captain is always on their way. So, you know, I'll be heading on out. I'll be heading into an Artsy Adventure. And I'll always be coming back to see me old friends at WRKR.
It's his favorite station in town, RKR.
That's it.
The
Rocker. Beautiful. Oh, man.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.